Cisco. Well, shit. You know that fuel truck driver's gonna be pissed. He's gotta get out in the rain and make all these drivers move so he can deliver the fuel. Somehow these guys think it's a good idea to park on top of the damn fuel tanks. Much better. It was only about 15 minutes in the office, so we'll see. Dock 13. It's 3:20. It's 20 minutes after my appointment. I'm empty. That's a relief because the first two, or the second two KHEs, second and third KHE I went to, was a nightmare. And KHE is one of the main customers that Coastal serves. I was worried that it was going to be like that at every KHE, and it isn't. So, go get my bills and then figure out how to make my way towards the next pickup. Maybe try to find somewhere to park out of the way for a little bit. Because it's a little early, like 10 hours early. Sign says they start shipping at 7 a.m. I got out out of the way as much as I could. They got a bunch of construction going on. In the hardest door to get to, hoping maybe, other guys show up, they can get to me. I believe they have parking over at the receiving side, so if they can't get to me right away, they can have me wait over there. But who knows, maybe they'll get to me right away. That'd be cool. Dude just showed up, he didn't even ask me anything, he just told me to back up to door 5. Okay. See if he really wants me here once he sees that I'm not supposed to be here until 1300. Unreal. I was sure it was going to be a problem. I was here so early. They're loading me right now. I can see where I can get to now. Where's my phone? My work phone. Let's see. How much time do I got left? Should still have like 8 hours. 7 hours. That's still. Well, that didn't last long. Had me walk to the other side to check in. By the time I got over there, they decided it's going to be a little while because they don't have all the stuff they thought they needed to get loaded. So I need to go park on that side and wait. Never get excited, man. Duh. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they haven't gotten me a dock yet. So I went from, yeah, man, we'll get you out of here in 45 minutes, to now we're past my appointment time, and I still haven't got a dock. Somebody will restore your faith in humanity completely. That dude saw me sitting there like I was never going to get out of there without cutting somebody off or doing some sketchy shit. He stopped short, stopped traffic, and let me get out in front of him so I could get on down the road. That was awesome. It's rare, but I guess it still happens. So yeah, that was awesome. I made sure I had my whole head and body out the window point. I was like, dude, you're awesome. You're a badass. And he's like, it might just be another trucker. But either way, I mean, there is a truck stop here. Maybe he was coming from here and knows how bad that intersection is. Now, I would, as much as I'd love to get close to Chicago as I can today and stop, I'm freaking exhausted. You know, that place didn't just screw me around. They got me in a state where I couldn't rest because they told me, oh, we'll have you, first they said, yeah, we'll have you loaded in 45 minutes. You'll be out of here, no problem.
300 feet, turn
And
right.
then,
Take the next right, then turn
is
right.
that a driveway? It is a driveway. Then he's like, okay, well, we'll have you in a door by like a 10 or 11. I didn't get in the dock until an hour after my appointment, which was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm sitting there waiting on a dock all day instead of getting some rest. But it's not going to change what time I can get there to Chicago anyway after a certain point. If I could have left at 9, 10 o'clock this morning, driven out 3 or 4 hours, I could have taken a break and then still delivered on time. But since that didn't happen, I was never going to make it on time, which I told him yesterday. And he kind of tried to, dispatcher me, where, oh, well, if you do this, like he suggested that I hold on. He kept suggesting like, oh, you can get down the road and take an 8-hour break. I was like, an 8-hour break's not going to give me any more time. The way an 8 split works is that you can stop and take an 8-hour break and you'll get back whatever you haven't used the day before. It's like the problem isn't hours, it's distance. It's an 11.5-hour drive no matter what you do from where I've started to where I'm going. Now I added a few miles, but I took off time because it was trying to get me to go up 27 and like Georgia 27 to like Georgia 100, and it was like twisty, windy roads the whole way, like 45, 50 mile an hour. Instead, I went over to Birmingham and went up the interstate because it saved me as much time as I would have lost, only I got to go interstate speed rather than back road speed. And so I'm just north of Birmingham now. I'm in Dodge City, Alabama. See exactly how far I am from Chicago here. I said I want to go further, but I'm tired and it's only getting later and I'm only getting closer to Nashville. So finding parking is going to get harder and harder, and I got to pull off and go to bed. It's not going to change what time I get up there. It'll change what kind of time I have left once I get up there, but sometimes you just got to sleep. Yeah, I'm 573 out now. So I'll tell him that.
Head north.
Picking up out of Lebanon, Indiana, going to Denver, Colorado for the 14th. It'd be nice to get it unloaded Monday, and then I could maybe do some, at least get started on another load. This load is scheduled to deliver Tuesday morning, but I'm going to make it up there by early Monday morning. I chatted with the dispatcher about it. He said he was trying to get with the brokers and ask them if they could, change the schedule, and he hadn't heard anything back. But if they don't end up taking me Monday, they're going to pay me layover, so that's nice. It's $120 to sit up in Denver for a day. But I am going to go in Monday morning and try to get unloaded, because, like I said, I can make a lot more money going down the road for a day than I can sitting in Denver for a day, like 3 times. Right, if I drive 600 miles versus sitting in Denver and getting $120, it's almost triple, or more than triple. That's what I got left. And I have 36 hours to do it. I'm going to try to go in and deliver tomorrow morning. It's not my appointment. But sometimes, maybe, won't hurt to see. If they're going to unload me, I could be a day ahead. And hell, I could even get some miles in tomorrow. I'm only a 5-hour drive away, so. We'll see how it goes. It's King Super. I can't remember. I know I delivered to so many places in Denver. Some of them are super strict on appointment times, and some are kind of show up when you want to, as long as you're on time. Where's it going? Cisco. Well, shit. Cisco will not let me unload early. Well, I've never been to a Cisco that would. I can call them, but I doubt. Yeah. Okay. Called up to Cisco this morning to see if there was any chance I could get unloaded today, and they were like, no. So I went back to sleep for a couple hours because I don't need to be there until tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm only 5 hours away. But now I'm going to roll the rest of the way up there, get up to Bennett, park there, and wait for delivery time. Kind of sucks, but you know, I do get a layover for having to sit for a day, which is great compared to every other company I've ever worked for, because they never pay that shit, and I've already been paid layover by Coastal at least 2 out of the 3 weeks that I've worked here. I've had layover paid. Oh, hello, birdie. If I move, you're gonna fly away, aren't you? Yeah. Come and landed right on my mirror, and then he flew away. Sorry, you missed it. Fiasco.
Wow, well, I saw this.
Put me in this door. Went to go use the bathroom. I got 15 calls from a number that you can't call back. Couldn't find out they want me to move to a different dock. Don't know why. Who knows? Okay, you're good with this one. When I got shut down yesterday, I was right down the road from a Tractor Supply, and I'm looking for like an air filter, like a air purifier, and I couldn't find one. So I bought one of these, and I built an air filter box on the back of it. because I'm trying my damnedest to keep this truck clean, and I'm a dusty dude. It's plugs into the inverter, stays on all the time. At first I tried to stick those microfiber cloths on just the back of the grate, but it was creating like air cavitation, and so there was air pushing out and pulling in of the filter. So I used the box that it came in, some duct tape, some air purifier, or some microfiber cloths. It's still got air flowing through it, so it's drawing air in. You can see it's got stuff stuck to it already, because those were clean when I put them on there. So yeah, might help keep the dust down. When I get my dog back in the truck, maybe keep some of his dander trapped. Yeah, I can see the air getting pulled into it and catching all the dust and stuff. And when they get a little too clogged, I just take them off and tape some new ones onto it. Until I get a real air purifier anyway, one that's a little less bulky and maybe a little more efficient. But until then, oh, I even made this a little compartment here. Oop. I can open it and I can put air pressure in it, so it spreads the air scent around the truck. I know I got up this morning and there wasn't dust on everything, so far so good. And I'm moving around more right now, so there's still dust in the air, but it's I'm watching it catch it, so make it a little easier to breathe in here, keep it a little cleaner hopefully. Well, it's 12:30 Mountain Time now. Still don't have my bills. Walked in to check to see if I can find anything out. The whole office is full of dudes that are pissed off, waiting on bills, haven't got a call. And there's signs everywhere saying, "We'll call you with your bills." It's like, yeah, but like I'm missing out on a load now. I don't know if they're going to reschedule it for tomorrow or if they're just going to find someone else to do it yet. We're still working on that. I needed to be gone by now to make it there before the deadline to pick it up. Deadline was 1600, Center, Colorado. On the other side is some mountains. It's a 4-hour drive at best. It's noon. I had to be there by 4, so can't go get that now. Can't talk to anybody. Nobody behind that desk even. There's a room full of people, full of dudes trying to find out information, and nobody in the office because they don't want to talk to the drivers. It's one of the top reasons I want to go into owning my own truck and picking my own freight, because if I ever had an experience like this as an owner-operator, I'd never come back. If these bigger companies would find these companies and shit, like have some kind of a system, like you can't just leave us sitting here all day. Which, I mean, I've gotten $30 just sitting here, but that's nothing in comparison to what I could have if I was going to go pick up that other load and head towards Chicago. It delivers in Bolingbrook Thursday morning. It's 1,000 miles. I mean, I don't know. I'm just annoyed. A whole 2 days wasted now, because the first day I might end up with 2 days of layover, because I had wasted all day yesterday. I could have delivered yesterday morning, but they didn't want to take me because this appointment was scheduled for today. And now I've gotten here 7 o'clock this morning. It is now noon, and I still haven't gotten my bills. I know they're done unloading me. The light's green. I've paid my lumper fee. What the hell are we waiting on? Cisco. Because Capstone does the unloading. Cisco, for some reason, Cisco can't get the crap through their system and get me out of here. So I'm missing out on a whole nother day of driving. I was chatting with my wife earlier. It's like, yeah, it's Cisco. You know you're going in for a problem. What I think pisses us drivers off is that we know it doesn't take this long. I deliver to thousands of businesses over my career. There's only 2 or 3 that act like this. They can't get you in and out. They can't get you through the system. It takes forever for some reason. There's only a few. Like Associated Wholesale Grocers, Cisco, obviously. I'm trying to think, there's a couple of other ones. Martin Brower? No, they're usually pretty good. Who was it? McLean's. That's the other one. They're often pretty bad. And it's crazy because I've gone into some Cisco's and got in and out no problem. If you're a long time watcher, if you've been with me since my Hirschbach days, I had that argument with that dude at a Cisco in around Indianapolis with Schuster. The guy had a whole attitude, and then I was there all day. But that was the same company, Cisco, and it doesn't make any sense. They won't let us unload it. We can't unload it and count it. They got to have their guys do it. Charges $317 to unload it. And then you're going to have to sit here and burn a day. And then when you try to go get information, they don't even want to talk to you. They won't even look at you. Try to get their attention, they'll just keep walking. Are you okay? Again, if my truck, I'd never come to this place. I'll never, as an owner-operator, deliver a load to Cisco in Colorado, in Denver. Because they just don't give a shit about drivers at all. Like, oh, fuck them, they can wait. They can wait. They're just drivers, right? They don't need to make a living or nothing. They're not out here to make money. They're just out here to sit in their freaking trucks for 7 hours in the middle of freaking Denver. And it's like, we're getting to a point now where when I leave here, I'm going to have to park on the street because there's not going to be any place to park. If they don't get me unloaded here in the next 2 hours, I'm not unloaded, but out of here in like 2 hours, the truck stops are going to fill up. I don't know what kind of truck stops there are between here and Center, Colorado, or even if I'm going to have that load still. I just spent the last hour and a half in the lobby. Are they calling me now? Hello. Wow. Okay. would be nice if I could trust their scale, but I can't. It's showing that there's not even 11,000 on the steers, and it's a 44,000 pound load. Chances of that being accurate are pretty much zero. The steers usually weigh more than 11 and a half, even on much lighter loads. So there's a scale 20 miles down the road. I'm gonna go double check my weights, because after that there's not a lot of places between here and Denver or anywhere that way to get weighed.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
It's a week later. I screwed up the footage on the way out of that area, so I missed some pretty good mountain footage, but it kind of seems like a stopping point for this video, because the next few days don't really, I'd have to keep going to make it make sense. So I'm trying to get caught up on editing. Hopefully I'll get caught up this week and get back to a normal schedule. I just kind of had a few rough days, and then it kind of compounded, and I just kept not doing it. That 30 minutes video, or 40 minute video, was 5 hours of footage cut down to 2 hours of footage, and then cut down to 40. So it took a while, and I let myself get too far behind, and then it became kind of a daunting task. But there'll be more videos soon to not finish, but just to keep you updated. I'm at the moment having to take a reset in Barstow, California, so I'm going to be stuck here for 34 hours. I'll probably get pretty caught up, but I'm going to get this one up and hopefully sent out to you. I don't have the best service. Hopefully it'll get uploaded here in a couple hours, but thanks for sticking around.